I've always bloody loved stealth games. I remember buying Tom Clancy's Splinter Cell Conviction, a classic, for like £10 and going halves with it with a friend. I said I'd complete it first and then he would, and I played it as stealthy as you can imagine, spending time to make everything perfect, killing next to no one, just sneaking my way through. And I remember finishing it and my first thought being, right, I can't wait to see my friend play it now, to see how stealthy he is. I watched him start the first mission, pull out an AK-47, and just take everyone out loudly. And it genuinely felt like he had shot on and spat at my mother, my grandmother, all of the mothers in the world. That's how much of a mother he was, and our friendship was never as strong. Thinking of it more, I've always loved stealth in general. Whatever game I'm playing, probably except FIFA, I will make stealth a part of that game. The best part of horror game Dead by Daylight is near misses like this. On Call of Duty, I remember they had this game mode called Infected. It's simple. One person would start as a zombie, 15 people wouldn't. If you get killed by a zombie, you become a zombie. We called it like Manhunt join-ons when I was a kid. That's what this was, and the goal was to survive as long as possible and get the most kills. Now, I would only ever care about surviving for as long as possible and killing no zombies at all. I'd just find a part of the map and lay there doing nothing, playing dead in the hope that the zombies would just run past and not see me. And I spent hours doing this, and I'm only just realising now what a waste of time that was. I could have been learning a language, okay? That's what in Spanish, by the way. Do you remember Fortnite? Is Fortnite still big? Who really knows? The only time I ever enjoyed Fortnite is when I would spend the entirety of the matches hiding in bushes like this until the final battle. I remember I would be watching The Apprentice on YouTube and just moving to a bush further in the circle and then come out of said bush to kill the deserved victor. And I did this a hell of a lot. I got a lot of wins doing this. I love stealth. I'd go as far to say 2 of my happiest memories of gaming are stealth based. The first, another Call of Duty one. We spent an entire summer playing what became known as 4v4. Our group being divided into 2 factions known as the gang and the crew, and we would play search and destroy with the intensity of the biggest esport you've ever seen. This was as important to us as any war that ever existed, except the one where England beat the Nazis, because those guys sucked and needed to be taught a real lesson. Style and stealth made way for seriousness, okay? You couldn't muck around, you had to be serious and kill at all costs, until in the final round of a big game, FifaFella did this.
Bomb's been planted. Bomb defused.
And that is still better than anything I've done on any game since. The second memory is playing another Tom Clancy game. I think it was called Blacklist. This was one where you could play co-op, so I played through it with my stepdad and sister. And if you think stealth games are tedious, and the way that I play them sounds tedious, my stepdad playing them is like watching Steve Bruce's Newcastle just existing. Just complete tedium, if that's even a word.
How's the bacon, did you say?
This guy would try and do missions without another soul even seeing him, like a ghost. 5-minute missions would genuinely take an hour to complete as he tried to not even leave a single footprint. Complete side note, the therapist in me thinks this might be linked to the fact that he used to be a pretty good poker player, the stealthiest of all the card games, but that's a different video I'm going to make about the psychology of my stepfather. And no, he was never dodgy or anything like that. Anyway, on this occasion, he and my sister were taken on a mission with myself watching behind. After a perfect mission, and I mean inch perfect, he was on his way out, and he trod on a mine and died. It was glorious. It was a fantastic moment that showed the entire beauty of stealth games at their best. One wrong move, one rushed moment, and it's curtains. Now, the reason for this video about stealth and my love affair with it is I have a confession to make. I absolutely, undeniably, suck at stealth games. I had this realisation recently while streaming Hitman on Twitch. Now, quick plug for the Twitch, we have a lot of fun over there. Go and check it out, link in the description. I set my goals too high, maybe. I go and expecting to be like James Bond when I'm more Mr. Bean. I have to play on the highest difficulty to feel like I'm achieving anything, and it always gets the same. That was me sniffing. I get a whiff of espionage, like in this mission. I start smart and patient. I refuse to even run anywhere. From place to place I walk, because that would ruin the illustration of being a hitman. Hitman wouldn't run. He'd strut around like he owns the place. I become a flamingo. Read the intel to find out this marvellous pink bird has a meeting with the target. I head to the hotel, I blackmail her, and then I pretend I'm giving in to her. And guess what? Just as you do that, you're meant to murder her. This is one of the rare occasions where I actually get to the spot I need to be in. I have her in a secluded alley. 2 security guards to take out and then a target to kill. Easy enough for Agent 47. But what about FifaFella?
Happily ever after.
Fuck.
2.
1.
You don't choose
2.
option
He's
1.
not looking. Okay.
Someone dies. Right here.
Someone
right.
does die. Shit.
Target down. Next
No!
Robert.
Oh, I did that so badly. I didn't think they'd react that quickly. A genuine, it's an absolute joke. On other occasions like this one, I'd spend a real 7 minutes of real time that I could be learning a language just following and listening to this guy. And then I get a bit impatient, start climbing into some windows, and 7 minutes later, guess what happens? Seriously, guess. Somehow, I'm in a f***ing treehouse, just annihilating the whole suburb. A genuine treehouse of terror. On another occasion, however, I become the Bugman, the king of the bugs. Now, my bug superpower means I can actually fumigate the house that my target is in, which I found out about by eavesdropping on this conversation after already killing the former Bugman who was on the phone to his daughter at the time. The game is absolutely an incredible playground for moments like this, and I've never even played a game that comes close in terms of giving you missions with so many options on how to complete them. On this occasion, I just snuck in and shot a load of people in the head because, as I mentioned, I sadly suck at stealth games. Hitman should be the perfect game for me. It mixes stealth with great gunplay, a sense of humour, and it's genuinely difficult. Maybe one day I'll be good at it, but for now, I just don't think I have what it takes to be a spy. Now ask yourself, what was the point of this video? Did you hear that? What if this entire video was just a setup to keep you distracted for long enough so that I could break into your house unnoticed, and I'm currently aiming a silenced pistol at your temple? Where if that was the case, I'd probably still miss, wouldn't I? Because as we've gone through, I suck at stealth games. No, the real reason for this video was just to show you that ninja defuse from 5 years ago. Everything else in this video is made up bullshit just so I could show you that. No, but for real, Hitman's really good and I'm really bad at it. I give it a 39 out of 47.